Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer here. Thank you for tuning back into the YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about a unique bait that I've really been experimenting with as of late. It's made by Yamamoto baits. It's the Yamamoto Nookie Bug. And you know, there's a lot of creature baits on the market, and you're probably thinking, well, what really makes this one different from other ones? Well, I'm going to share with you some of the things that I've really learned over the last month or so of using it. It's new to me. Even though it's probably been in the lineup for a little over a year, I just hadn't really put it into the rotation, and I've been doing some guiding up on Lake Fork, and I've really noticed some things that make it unique and different from other baits. This is it here. I've got it rigged up on a flipping rod with 20-pound test gamma, and the thing that really makes this bait unique is obviously this very thick midsection here, thorax, whatever you want to call it. This larger midsection here, I believe it's made out of the same type of material that the Yamamoto Senko is made out of. That makes it heavier than a lot of your other creature style baits. And so what's good about that? What's good about that is that you could actually fish this weightless. I haven't done that yet, but you could fish it weightless because it has enough weight and mass so that you could actually cast it like that. But it also enables you to use a lighter overall weight. 5/16, quarter, 3/16 ounce weights are going to be enough to cast this bait because of the weight inherent in the salt that's impregnated into the plastic of this bait. And it looks really thick, and you're probably thinking, man, what's the hook penetration like? What's the hook to land ratio like? It's actually really good because of the hook slot there. That hook slot's it's got a decent amount of depth to it. You can, when I tilt it like that, you can kind of see it like that. And then there's also one on the other side. But as you know, that Yamamoto plastic, especially on the Senkos, it's very soft. And so when you're setting the hook, even though there's a lot of mass here, you actually get good penetration, and the hook to land ratio is good. The thing that I really like about this bait is the fact that I can use a lighter weight. And when the fish are shallow, and I'm pitching it around shallow targets, specifically in the springtime like we're at right now, the lighter weight enables me to make a softer presentation, enables me to minimize the ripples, the sound effect, and the lighter weight gives me a slower rate of fall. That slower rate of fall, a lot of times in this time of year, which is one of the reasons the Senko is so effective, that slower fall can really trigger strikes, but it also doesn't have a tendency to scare fish off like you would, say, you know, a 1/2 ounce weight or a 1/2 ounce jig. And so there's some different things that are going on with this bait that I think are unique to it. The other thing that I think is good about it is the fact that, man, just with that lighter weight, the action really kicks off on these little appendages here. It doesn't take a lot of weight to get these things flailing and moving around because these arms here are super thin. It's kind of like the hula grub. If you're familiar with the Yamamoto hula grub, I think it's kind of that same tolerance or same width on that plastic here, but then they have these flanges down here. Just catches a lot of water. I haven't put it on the back of a jig or anything like that. I feel like it could be an amazing swim jig trailer, and you could probably buzz it like a toad. But the reason I'm doing this video is just because I've found it to be unique in that, again, you can be more stealthy by using a lighter weight, slower rate of fall, but you don't sacrifice the casting accuracy or the casting distance that you would if you're using a traditional plastic with the same weight. So there's definitely some advantages to having this bait. And you just have, again, that overall bulk and larger body that I feel like is something the fish maybe aren't used to seeing. I mean, a tube has a thicker body. Some of your creature baits, when you turn them one way, they're thick, but then the other side, they're thin. And this is just overall a larger bait. It's unique. I feel like it can fit a niche and enable you to do some things that you couldn't do with some other baits because of the weight that's inherent in the bait. I mean, I can throw this thing really easy with lightweight. It's quite heavy. I'm not exactly sure. I know with the Yamamoto NUKI, which is the kind of a, you know, the TRD type, turd type bait, it actually weighs 5/8 of an ounce. I'm gonna grab it right here. It's just right there. I'm gonna grab it and show it in comparison. So there's the Yamamoto NUKI, and that bait weighs 5/8 of an ounce with no weight at all. And it'll cast like a rocket. I mean, I can send it even in the wind. For a weightless bait, it's very unique. It skips really well too. I apologize, it seems like it's starting to get dark. It's 6 o'clock in the evening, and I'll just wrap this up pretty quick, but you can see how it's similar in size except for that little tail section. It's kind of a same concept type bait right there. I don't think it weighs 5/8 of an ounce, but it's probably every bit of a ½ ounce. So it's a unique bait that I feel like I'm gonna definitely experiment with more. I like the action on these tails, really gets going. If you're familiar with the Yamamoto Yamacraw and the 3-inch size, that has great action, but I'm gonna say this has more of an aggressive kick. And I definitely think it's a unique bait. I've caught some really nice fish on it, and I've had a lot of bites on it. So just wanted to share that with you guys. If you're not familiar with this bait, and maybe you're like, you know, I've got a lot of Creatue baits and I don't need to add another one, you might consider grabbing a couple bags of these Nookie Bugs. I've got one rigged up, and I think I'll have one rigged up for a while now. So wanted to share that with you guys. Hope you guys got something out of it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do that. Check the description section. I've got a link to all my merch, which is hats, hoodies, t-shirts, decals. Also, there's links to the Amphibia eye gear. I've got a discount code there, James, as well as links to my social media, Facebook and Instagram. Until next time, thanks for watching, and good fishing. Good fishing.